So I'm 38 years old, never married, no kids. I've never really thought about that until recently. My whole life, I never really wanted kids. For whatever reason, I was just like the Peter Pan syndrome, always feeling like a young, wild teenager at heart. Didn't want to be tied down, didn't want to really bear the responsibility of kids. So it was never really an issue. But as I'm getting older, at 38 years old, I think to myself, damn, I kind of feel like I should have kids. And unlike a lot of guys, I've had pretty good luck with dating as far as like getting attention and getting dates and, hookups, unfortunately, which I kind of regret. I've had pretty good luck with that. But I've literally never dated a girl that fully convinced me or had me convinced that she would be someone to trust on a level of like marriage, forever commitment, and children. I've always been somebody that's a bit paranoid. And it might not be the right word. That's kind of a negative word, but I think men being paranoid is a good thing. I think it's a good thing. And a long time ago, one of my buddies, my friend Randy, he brought up looking at his girlfriend's Instagram. Never really thought of it before that. And the girl I was dating at the time, I happened to do what Randy said. I went on her Instagram and I looked at who she's following and stuff. And immediately it was tons of stuff that I'm not okay with and I don't think men should be okay with. She's following a bunch of inappropriate pages that I won't even say, following a bunch of dudes, whatever. It's not the point of the video. There was stuff I saw on there that was red flags to me. And forever on since then, I've paid attention to the women I've dated on like a, casual level, trying to get to know them. And just when I'm focusing on it, quickly, I can see instant red flags as to why I would never commit to them, let alone, I would never seriously on a forever level consider, committing to them, let alone having children. And looking at it now, I'm like, bro, 38 years old. I feel like I'm running out of time. And I feel like if I don't have, kids or a kid, I think I'm going to regret that in the future. The problem is, if I step back and take my emotions out of it, I truly, at this point in my life, with my experience and what I've seen, I have no faith that there's any women around me that I've dated in the last 5 years, 10 years, and that I have talking to me now. I have no faith that I would ever consider that with them. No way. And I'll go a step further. A lot of guys disagree with this. They might disagree. I think most men, at the very least, most men that are in healthy relationships right now are overlooking things that I would never overlook and a lot of people would never overlook. And that's why they're calling it healthy. I'm willing to bet, and I apologize if this comes off negative. I hate being negative, but I'm just being honest with you guys in this video. I'm willing to bet any guy out there, if you were to let me, at least, or maybe yourself, randomly go through their phone, quickly, I will find a reason that would break things. It's become the norm now. With these smartphones, it's just become the norm. I think it's one of the biggest problems we have. Looking at inappropriate stuff, talking to people you shouldn't be talking to, at least being endlessly tempted and open to the possibility of tiptoeing into, inappropriate stuff with people or things. And I just don't have much faith that I can meet someone that's worth serious forever commitment and especially having children with. And that's sad, man. That is depressing and it's sad. In fact, a lot of the girls I've dated in the last 5 or 10 years, they didn't want kids, or they were already single mothers, you know? And as cold as this might sound, and as much as this might offend somebody, personally in my past, if I've dated a single mother, I had no intentions of being committed. None. I was just a friends with benefits thing. And the girls, like I said, that didn't have kids, I can't think of one that wanted kids, at least at the time we were dating anyway. I think we're in some weird times. And like I said, I have this pressure. I feel like the clock's ticking. And I know for men it's not the same as women, but I feel like the clock's ticking. But also, I don't have much faith that I can find somebody that I would consider worthy of serious forever commitment and a family. Because like I said, with just pop culture the way it is, music and television and inappropriate videos being everywhere and over-sexualized content and over-sexualized jokes and just vulgarity run amok. For someone like me that pretty old-fashioned, I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I can't see myself shutting my mouth and being committed to somebody who's, literally just a rampant degenerate like most women or people in general are today. And again, not saying that to be mean. I'm not saying that to be controversial. That's just what I'm feeling. And I think a lot of guys feel that way. I think that, like I said, in order for a decent man today to be in a relationship, you're just going to have to overlook so much stuff. Maybe I'm being unreasonable. Maybe I am being unreasonable. Maybe I just need to get with the times, and the goalposts have moved. What baseline for the norm is now on vulgarity and stuff. And maybe I'm just not with the times, but I'm just telling you guys, man, I don't know if there's any women out there that I would consider to be worthy of serious commitment in a family. And like I said, I'm almost 40 years old, and that's sad, man. The only women that I see now, like if I log onto these dating apps or whatever, the only women I see that talk about wanting like serious commitment, settling down, they all literally are pretty old. They're all 35 and above. And most of them will ignorantly straight up say, not here for hookups. I've had my hookups. I've had my fun. I've got that stuff out of my system. I want to settle down. Like, what guy hears that and thinks, pick me, pick me? Like, what are you telling the guy? And then other people say, just don't talk about your past. Some things are better left unsaid. Hell no, bro. I don't want some deceitful woman that's acting like she's something that she wasn't, hiding a bunch of trashy behavior. That's horrible. That's horrible. That's horrible. I even see men saying that to women. Don't tell people stuff about your past. Keep that to yourself. Hell no, bro. I would be furious if I invested a lot of time and energy into somebody and I caught feelings and I found out some stuff from their past that I'm not okay with. Oh, hell no. That wouldn't go well. That would not go over well with me. So again, kind of just ranting in this video. Anybody watching this, let me know what you think. What's your experience? Are we all just doomed? Or do we have to date people with stuff we're not okay with that we just kind of overlook and ignore and shut our mouths? I don't like that, man. I don't like that at all. Sucks, man. It really sucks. I feel like we're all put here to, connect and have children. I feel like it's the most basic thing you can think that we're here to do. And I feel like I'd be a good father in many ways. I've always been good with kids. Kids always love me, and I love kids. I'm handy. I can, I would enjoy that. I would really enjoy having children. We're not even going to talk about how expensive it is today to have children. That's that's another topic for another video. But just the fact that in my opinion, there isn't really any, I don't feel like there's really any good women out there. And the ones that people say are good, most men that have respect for themselves, they're not going to consider these women good. Like I said, they're all watching adult content constantly. They're all, making inappropriate jokes, talking inappropriate with their friends, listening to trashy music and pop culture. I'm sorry, man. Maybe I am unreasonable, but I don't see that as someone you should be committed to long term. Sorry. Again, if I'm crazy, so be it. If you guys disagree, so be it. Just wanted to get that off my chest, man. We'll see what the future holds. I believe God's got a plan for all of us. That's the truth. And if it's meant to be, it'll be no matter what. And if it's not meant to be, it will not be no matter what. So keep that in mind. Anyways, yeah. Until next time, guys, God bless. Be well. I'm out.